Test 1, 2, 3. Okay. Slate. All right. Everything looks good.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Streaming Without a Paddle. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Ted.
This week, Ted and I took on the HBO Max original, The Smashing Machine. 2 hours and 4 minutes. Ted's gonna tell you who's in this bad boy.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You know what? I'm taking The Rock off that. Respect to him for going for it. In this, respect.
Yeah, he's not The Rock in this.
Emily Blunt, Mark Kerr, this is actually about. Ryan Bader, Boss Rutan, and then the rest of them are kind of like, whatever. They're not really.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of ex-MMA fighters. Boss Rutan was a big MMA fighter in the 90s, but he's also been in every movie. He's in Here Comes the Boom. He's on every Kevin James show. They're clearly friends. He's a pretty funny dude, but yeah.
Yeah. And Boss Rutan plays a guy by the name of Mark Coleman.
No, Boss Rutan plays Boss Rutan.
Oh, who is Mark Coleman? Oh, no, Ryan Bader
plays Mark Coleman.
Was he? Did you call him off? Did you say?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
And then the real Mark Coleman is in this.
So anyway, all right.
Yeah, Boss Rutan plays Boss Rutan.
He does. I'm messed up. I'm sorry. I'm with you. I'm with you. All right. As Ted alluded to, this is the story of Mark Kerr, and it takes place. The movie. It's a biopic with That's all you can really call it. But over this MMA guy from 1997 to 2000. It's just this time frame for which this movie encapsulates.
Yeah, and it's based on a documentary that he documented himself. Completely spiraling into addiction, and he's on pain pills, he's on steroids, he's on testosterone, he's on everything, but he was also an absolute beast.
I don't follow MMA. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm just going to start off. All right, here's what this movie again. That's what it is. It's 3 years of this MMA guy. Pride fight and all that, because it was really before UFC or just the beginning of UFC and
Bellator. I think is who it was. Pride and Bellator.
Pride, and did a lot of Japanese things and all the way. Anyway, so here's my problem with this right from the first problem I had. There's a litany of issues I had with this movie. It's called The Smashing Machine. Mm-hmm. Okay, now. I think they would have been better off, because if you didn't know a nickname, you wouldn't have a clue who this was about. Matter of fact, I think you alluded at one point, this really wasn't what you thought it was going to be when you first watched it. That it was, it took a different path.
Right. It's really a character piece. It's not at all about MMA. You barely see him do anything in MMA.
All right. I have no idea who Mark Kerr is or who Mark Kerr was, and I don't. And I would think that it's pretty safe to say that 90% of America is in the same boat with me. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm in the back. In Rosa Parks. In the back of the boat. Anyway, so when you name a movie The Smashing Machine, I mean I had no idea going into this movie. Ted picked it. I had no idea going into this movie what this was. I following orders. Ted says we're to smashing mouth, and which was machine.
Yeah,
and it's fine. And so I had no idea, other than the fact that the poster looked like Dwayne Johnson, kind of. And I was like, is it? Maybe. I don't know. So I was thinking going into this, okay, is this one of those, post-apocalyptic on, the Smashing Machine? That's what you could, it's what you name one of those kind of movies, The Smashing Machine. Why don't you just name it what it is, the Mark Kerr story?
Because if you were okay, so I understand what you're saying for the people out there that don't. I definitely know who Mark Kerr is because I do watch UFC.
Okay.
He's a legend. But also, like, I don't think you need that. Once you see Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt in a movie by the guy that did Uncut Gems, I think that's all you need. I think it's like,
Ben Safdie.
He is.
He's. I mean, this all right. First of all, he's had the last couple of years just been huge for him. Besides this movie, The Smashing Machine, he directed Happy Gilmore 2, Super Mario.
No, he was in those.
He was in them? He didn't direct them?
He didn't direct them. So he directed Good Time. He directed Uncut Gems. He was not in. He's in all those other movies.
Oh, okay. That's my bad. My bad, folks. I didn't do my homework completely. So he's an actor, director,
writer. But let's look. He's.
I mean, so, but anyway,
he's done quite a few good movies, though.
Well, let's see here.
He was the bad guy in Happy Gilmore 2. Remember the guy that started the other thing? That's who
right.
He was.
Okay. Danny Longlegs, Lenny Cook, Heaven Knows What, Good Time, Uncut Gems, and then this, The Smashing Machine. All right. Well, good. Now then because I'll be honest with you. I'm glad you brought it up. I mean, you corrected me. As my thought process was, I do not know how somebody who directed Oppenheimer, and I should have known better. Right, I should have not just connected dots, and could do something like this because I didn't think the direction on this was very good. I'm gonna say it. It wasn't. But again, my biggest problem with this, Ted, was from the get-go was its title, The Smashing Machine. Now, you need to name it so people can get an idea, the Mark Kerr story, Legend of MMA, or something like that, to give your audience an opportunity to Google and find out. And because going off of The Smashing Machine, that's that red light, green light for some people. Just that title alone. You want to watch The Smashing Machine? Mm-hmm. The what? That sounds pretty juvenile. No, don't think so. Anyway, all right, that was my first problem with this movie. I'm going to balance that out real quick with the most positive of this story, as far as I'm concerned, and that goes to hair and makeup. Dwayne Johnson is hardly recognizable.
Yeah, they've done something to his face.
He had to have prosthetics put on his face. It looked amazing. You're not sitting there watching this movie thinking you're looking at Dwayne Johnson. Now, you hear Dwayne Johnson. He's got a very distinct voice. You hear him, but just looking at him, you don't go there. So I was very pleased with that. So, and Emily Blunt, same. She's not great. A blonde. She's a brunette in this. She wore a push-up bra. It was the time. I get it.
I think she is so beautiful.
I'm not going, saying anything other than, it was the time. It was a period, women in that area, that genre, that lifestyle. They wore push-up bras. We have a friend here that he started a wrestling organization, and it was initially called TNA, and everybody knows what TNA is, right? And I was in on some of those early meetings, those conversations, and while the official name of the organization was Total Nonstop Action, there was no question that there were talk about, let's get, this young lady and this young lady to be a part of it. So anyway, all right. But again, she looked great. She looked great. She did. She sports a push-up bra very, very well. So, all right. Into that. I thought Dwayne Johnson's acting in this was probably the best acting I've ever seen him do.
It's not even comparable. It's not even. There's
There's
no other
nothing.
role he's ever done
No.
that he's ever been this. I was so impressed by how dedicated that dude had to be to do that role.
Yeah.
I mean, Emily Blunt is one of the best actors alive, and I know she's going to bring it. And I know The Rock is really charismatic, and I know he's funny, but he had to like unload all that to do this.
Yeah.
And it's impressive.
He really was. And I wonder if he was approached from the standpoint of this movie to do it by saying, you know, this is the kind of role that could get you a nom.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was. He didn't get a nom, though, did he?
No.
I mean, I haven't seen this Marty Supreme movie, but I need to, I guess. I was more...
Timothy Chalamet.
He's great. He's so good. Chalamet. But, I mean, as an actor, this is exactly the type of role that I would want to do. And I understand why it's the wrestler.
You want
got
to
to do the wrestler.
Mark Kerr role.
Yes,
okay.
Juice me up for 3 months and let me go do this.
Well, you know what? I again, that was, yeah. Besides the hair and makeup, which was phenomenal. Kudos to whoever did that. I can look it up and probably should and give a shout out to whoever. We had a producer here that could feed me something in my ear. That would be great. But anyway, that was incredible. But I was really genuinely surprised by Dwayne Johnson's performance in this. But that goes to the other part of it, and I think the direction on this movie probably killed any opportunity for any kind of accolades award-wise for that, because things were just so drawn out that didn't need to be drawn out.
Yeah.
I mean, all you have to do is just, go through and look at the Rocky movies and figure out timing on drama scenes and action scenes and that kind of thing. And they didn't apparently do that in this movie. It's 2 hours and 4 minutes. How long was Rocky? I'm going to look that up.
Probably 2 hours.
I'm going to look that.
I mean, Rocky 1 and 2 are essentially one movie, one 4.5 hour movie. Wouldn't you say?
1976, Rocky, 2 hours. Yeah, somebody should have, and that's a director. He should have gone into time there and pulled out a stopwatch and paid attention. I know that's not what you're supposed to do. You bring your own elements and your own thing, but he just missed the boat on this badly.
I mean, he usually, until this movie, has collaborated with his brother. And his brother directed Marty Supreme.
Okay.
And this was his solo effort. So I think this film is, I said it to you, it's good. I don't want to watch it again. Do you know what I mean? I watched it twice.
Yeah, I watched it twice too.
I thought it was interesting to see to see The Rock do his thing. And Emily Blunt, every scene she's in, she's killer.
Yeah.
But yeah, the direction seemed to meander. It just didn't really have a real clear-cut path. And I don't know if he's trying to do that. Maybe he's trying to make us be like a fly on the wall, but I was like, that movie just ended. I mean, it just stopped.
Well, here's the thing. It's this big crescendo. It's the year is 2000, and they're at the World Fighting Pride Fight or whatever it was, Mixed Martial Arts Championship in Japan, right? 6 guys have been selected to compete in this competition, and it's a lose and go home situation. So, you start off with 8 bouts, and then you're down to 4 bouts, and then you're down to 2 bouts, and then you're down to 1 bout. Well, I don't want to spoil this movie, but my gosh, this movie is about Mark Kerr. And he didn't do it. I mean, he didn't even get to the Rocky moment. He didn't.
No, he lost the first round.
He didn't even get to the Rocky moment. And, I mean, you might as well have made this movie about Mark Coleman. Because he won it all. And that was his best buddy, right?
Yeah.
So I was, when that happened, I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? I just spent 2 hours of watching this guy build a career, and he's out in the quarterfinals of this championship, which was the last bout he ever fought in. I was just so disappointed, and it was just, I blame the director on this and the script.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was just way too much emphasis on non-essential character building. I mean, you sit here and you tell me that he had this big, and of course this was a big drug problem. They didn't even focus on that. I mean, they said, yeah, he's got a drug problem.
He was only paid $4 million to do this movie.
And who? Rock?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, he was going for an Oscar.
He was going for an Oscar. The budget on this thing was 50 from reports. I can't verify that. And I just, I don't know. All right, let's just real quick. Acting in it, Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt. Dwayne, I think, gave the performance of his lifetime. Emily, status quo for Emily is really good. And so I'm going to say this was just status quo for Emily. Because, it was really good.
She's never been bad in any movie she's ever done.
Yeah, so going that way. And, I think that the other principal in there, you could argue, is going to be Ryan Bader. Is he related to Emily Bader?
I don't know. I don't think that guy's ever.
You know who Emily Bader is?
No.
We just watched her in People You Vacation With.
Oh, I don't think so. Yeah, he's an actual mixed martial artist. He's not an actual actor. Very
unusual last name, Bader, and to have two of them in the movie biz. But no, he's apparently not related to her. Anyway, I thought he did a really good job, and I think there were so many. And Bass Rutten, he's
always good. He's funny.
Good. He was good. So he's like the Red West of his industry, I guess, right?
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, Red was a great actor, and Memphis Mafia, and
he was in Roadhouse.
Yeah, he plays his
he
plays his life well. This guy played his life well.
Red West used to have an acting class in Memphis.
Yeah,
and I was like, buddy.
Hey,
I get it. He might still. I don't know.
I love Red West. I tell you what, anybody who got the kahungas to stand up to the king, I think that's all awesome. But anyway, all right, Ted, you want to drop a number on this? You want me to?
Yeah.
Oh, we were running through it. Acting was good.
The
directing was not good. The script was not good. And what else? Production value was okay. Nothing special. I didn't see anything, that made me go, oh, that was a nice shot, or dressed that nicely.
You're really just talking about the performance. I mean, because Emily Blunt is not given that much to do. When she does have stuff to do, she's great. But it's really just him. It's a character study about him. He's great. In my opinion, of the people nominated for Oscars, he definitely should have been on that list, in my opinion.
I think so too, and I mean, if anything, I'm going to implore you all to go and just Google the Smashing Machine and look at Dwayne Johnson's pictures, stills of him playing Mark Kerr, because they're just amazing of how different he looks. And that's awesome.
See, I'm looking at this, who got nominated, and, I don't know who Wagner Moura is, the secret agent. Yeah. I haven't seen this Blue Moon with Ethan Hawke, but DiCaprio was great. Chalamet is always good. Michael B. Jordan's really good. Yeah, it's tough. This was a tough year for Best Actor.
I'm just sitting here scrolling through the credits because I want to give Barney Berman and Sasha Camacho and Chase Cardinal. They were key makeup artists. Barney Berman, Sasha Camacho, prosthetics, hair department lead. And I want to go ahead and throw them out there because that's some of the best makeup work. Yeah. And again, we're sitting here saying that Rock should have been nominated.
Because of them.
I don't. Yeah, but I don't know if they're nominated or not. But they should have been, because you take somebody so distinctive as the look of Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and you make him unrecognizable in a realistic sense.
Mm-hmm.
Not no Predator type of makeup.
No Predator.
Just that's impressive. I mean, you have no idea how wonderful it was, and it made me happy to see that. All right. Got that done. All right, you got a number?
Yes, 6.2.
Okay, I'm a 5.5.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I'm not even going to say watch it. Don't. I mean, if you want to see a good performance of The Rock, you can get it, but you've got 2 hours of boredom.
I think if you're interested in the world of MMA, then it's worth a watch.
I don't even think the storytelling of Mark Kerr is appropriate. I mean, in the sense of it just was so. It was so slow. I mean, it just.
Again, this movie compared to all the ones we watched last year, it's very high up there. Last year was a terrible year for movies.
Yeah, I would lump this into the terrible year for movies bucket, because I wasn't impressed by any stretch of the imagination by any of this movie other than The Rock's performance and his hair and makeup. That's it. That's all it did for me. So I'm a 5.5. Don't bother. You were a 6. What? 6.2. 6.2. So that's borderline watch and not.
I mean, I think it's worth a watch if you want to watch a pretty impressive performance by an actor.
I'll be honest with you, Chad. When I finished this movie, both times I said, "Good for Mark Kerr." Okay, good for him. He got Dwayne The Rock Johnson to play him in, and you can't even call it a life story movie because it only encompassed 3 years of his life. I mean, he's still with us, as far as I know. At least the movie ended in the year 2009, 9 years after he retired, and he was still with us, But you think about that. I mean, he's a virtual unknown. This guy can walk anywhere. As a matter of fact, they end the movie on that note. The guy's going through the grocery store, and nobody recognized him, which I thought was very funny. He was smiling the whole time he was on camera, the real Mark Kerr.
Yeah.
He knew that camera was there. Yeah. It must have been in his contract when they signed it that he got to do...
One day.
He got to do a day, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, anywho, yeah, just to think that. I mean, who would you want to play Ted Welch in your life story?
Ted Welch.
Well, no, come on. Come on.
I mean, you kind of saw one of them.
Yeah.
You've kind of seen a movie where I'm playing me. I guess...
I know, that's unfair. I just sprung it on him.
I'm a big fan of Kurt Russell, so if he were younger, I would want Kurt Russell.
Well, you could get his son to do it.
Yeah.
Because they look a lot alike and have the same kind of demeanor and cadence.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, Wyatt Russell could do it.
Okay.
I like Kurt Russell a lot, so if I could take...
Yeah.
I feel like Kurt Russell from Overboard is very similar to me in life.
Maybe we should reverse that question on you. If you could play anybody in their life story, who would it be?
That's a better question.
Would it be Kurt Russell?
No, I don't think those are interesting. I don't think people playing actors... Whenever some actor pitches to me like, hey, let's do a movie about actors, I'm like, nobody wants to watch that.
Then you're bringing up a good point. Why does anybody care about Mark Kerr? I mean, he's not even Rocky. He lost.
But it's because he made this crazy documentary that you've never seen.
Okay.
I don't know who I'd want to play. I think
again, that's why I'm going kudos to him because he got Dwayne The Rock Johnson to portray his life story.
I'm more on this. Who would you want to play?
Oh, well, I
think we know.
I'm not an actor, so I couldn't play anybody. But if somebody was going to, I would think, and it's just odd because I haven't thought about it. That question just popped into my head, so I'm springing it on myself. besides the obvious of Ryan Gosling, I would
This is dead on.
I would honestly say, yeah, I think Timothée Chalamet could play me. I mean, I see a lot of similar demeanor between myself and Chalamet, from what I know.
Yeah.
I mean, except for the dating the Kardashian thing, I don't.
Chris Pratt could probably play me pretty well.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I think
You
he
think
could probably,
that
if he could stop making whatever fake military movies he's making all the time.
All right. I do the throwback this week, the rewind. Excuse me, the rewind. My rewind is Olympic inspired. My wife and I we got into the ice skating, and I absolutely love the Cutting Edge.
I know DB.
Yeah, I know you do.
He lives here.
He lives here?
Yeah, he lives in Green Hills.
Did not know that.
I think he lives in Green Hills. He lives in Nashville somewhere. Because
Really?
I've done like 3 play readings with him.
Oh my gosh! And
Super.
his picture here that pops up is not good.
He's a super nice guy.
Does he?
Very cool.
Well, it stars as Ted said, DB Sweeney and Moira Kelly.
Yep.
Did I say her name right?
I guess.
Because I'm horrible at names.
Moira.
And on that, Catherine O'Hara, God bless you.
Hey,
Rest in peace.
Thank you for everything you ever did. You were a phenomenal actress.
Thank you. I have never ever met her, but I have met and worked with a number of individuals that were part of the SCTV world, and I can just imagine, because they've they've been great.
Yeah.
And so anyway, the Cutting Edge. Here's the story, and you can watch this on MGM Plus. I know it's kind of an obscure streaming service, but it exists. It's legit. But I really enjoyed this movie. It is about Moira Kelly plays Kate Mosley, who is a professional figure skating and the world of couples. Mm-hmm. And she has a hard time because of, and I'll just say it, because of her prissiness and her attitude. She comes from money, and people just don't work well with her. And DB Sweeney plays Doug Dorsey, who's a hockey player. Got phenomenal footwork and skills like that. I forget off the top of my head why he's no longer playing hockey.
I think he loses some sight. I think he gets hit at the beginning.
Is that
Remember,
what
he's in that big game and he gets hit at the beginning?
I forget.
They're like, you can't get another concussion or some stuff.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, they recruit him to be her new, and obviously he's physically capable of doing the lifts and the tosses and the spins and throw her around like guys in the hockey world do. So it's a character conflict, and in the end, they fall in love, and
well, don't ruin the movie, dude.
I'm not. I mean, it's a given.
I mean,
I'm not saying if they stay together, they just fall together. I mean, they fall in love and they fight and
it's
they fight.
It's an opposites attract ice skating movie.
There you go. That'll sum it up. But in the spirit of the Olympics, that's why I'm choosing The Cutting Edge, 1992, 1 hour 41 minutes. It is a fast-paced movie. Nothing boring about that movie. Mm-hmm. Not in the least. So I'm a watch on that, and I'm just going to throw it out there. If I was going to score it, I would probably give it a 7.9 and 8.0. I mean,
I haven't seen it in so long.
I mean, it's that level of enjoyment.
Okay.
So I mean. Anyway, all right. Anything else, Ted?
Nope.
No?
Finished Fallout.
Did you finally?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Right. I haven't finished Emilio yet.
Oh, yeah?
I had about 20 minutes left.
I mean, it's a good movie, dude. I don't understand.
I started it, and then I got called away. I'm with the full intention of finishing the movie, and I didn't because life sucked me out.
Are you enjoying it at all?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really intense movie, and I can see it, and I'm going to take this objective view of it and say, yes, it is a good movie. I think Emilio does an incredible job in it. And
They're all good.
they are, but you know,
Like they're flexing. They're
so-
like 32 and they're like, let's go.
yeah. So it just, you know, it reminds me of my youth.
Yeah.
I mean, not their lifestyle, but the fact that I grew up watching those guys, you know, in movies and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So the Brat Pack, not that
That's when he
Emilio's the only
That's
one.
when he tried to do, like, remember Emilio had a couple where he was trying to go for it after Young Guns, and he did that and Free Jack.
Okay.
Like, there was those two, and then he did all the Mighty Ducks movies. But before the Ducks movies came,
The money movies.
yeah, he tried to like go be an action star.
Well, you know, if you watch the Andrew McCarthy thing on the Brat Pack, yeah, I think he and if I remember correctly from that, he was trying to shake him.
Yeah. Also, just
I would want to shake Andrew McCarthy.
Andrew McCarthy sucks. Like, if anything I learned, it's like that whole.
I'm not
documentary-
going that far, Ted.
No, he doesn't suck as an actor, or a director, but he just sucks as a dude.
I just
Like,
think I don't like his energy.
yeah, he's like a whiny little just.
all right.
I was famous.
We do not have lawyers on this show, Ted.
I mean,
so
I would tell this to his face. What do you complain? Every other person from that Brat Pack was like.
this
I
is
mean-
an opinion.
Every other person from that Brat Pack thing was like, all of them were like, I don't know, dude. At least we got to do some really cool stuff. None of them.
Right.
And if they didn't want to talk about it, like Judd Nelson, he just didn't do it. He was like, I don't really want to talk about the Breakfast Club again.
You bring up a very good point. I mean, these kids, these guys, these individuals, they're big picture people. Mm-hmm. The bigger picture is you know what? It brought me fame. It brought me fortune. It brought me a lifestyle I would never ever have had I not been labeled there. The parties, you know, the notoriety.
Let me just say it right,
I get it.
Right now. If you have the opportunity to be in one movie or one TV show that has any significance and does anything as like a staying favorite that people like to watch over and over again, you have won, because they are so hard to come by.
Yep. Ted's right. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Nope.
All right. On that note, I'm a nut watch on the Smashing Machine. Bad title, bad everything except for the acting.
I'm like, if you really want to watch a good performance, watch it, but you could probably just watch a couple scenes and get how good he is.
Yeah. And I got
You really don't need to waste your whole day.
not 2 hours of it. No.
Unless you love MMA. If you love MMA, go for it.
Again, kudos to Mark Kerr for getting The Rock to play him in life. All right, there you go. Guys, we appreciate it. Thanks for being with us today. We look forward to next week. Until then, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Ted.